Some people say, don't worry about the processes or technical stuff. Just focus on the mindset. That's all you need to pass the PMP exam. But is that really true? In 2025, we asked almost 1,000 of my students who had already taken the PMP exam this exact question. I break down the full results in another video. Feel free to check it out. But for now, here is the one number that really matters. Only about 20% said the PMP mindset helped them in most of the exam. So, yes, it worked for 1 out of 5 people. That means for the other 4, mindset alone wasn't enough. Now, if you think those 20% got lucky, maybe, but here's the real problem. Even if you passed the exam that way, you didn't actually save time. You wasted it. You walked away with a certificate, but something important was missing. Before we go further, let me quickly introduce myself. I am Sabri C. I've been teaching project management since 2008 and have been helping students prepare for the PMP exam for many years. My PMP course on Udemy has been a bestseller for a long time and thousands of students around the world have passed the exam using it. You can find the course link below. It is possible to pass the PMP exam by focusing mostly on the mindset. Some people did it, but let's be honest, that's a risky strategy. If only 1 out of 5 made it that way, it means the other 4 didn't stand a chance without learning the real content. So the question is, do you want to prepare like the 20% who barely made it, or like the 80% who actually knew what they were doing? Because in the real world, when you are managing actual projects, there is no such thing as just mindset. Let's say you pass the exam by just focusing on the mindset. No deep study, no real understanding of the processes, tools, or techniques. You got your PMP certificate. Nice. But now what? You apply for a project management position. Your resume says PMP certified. That gets attention. So they pick your CV, call you and say, please welcome to the interview. And then the interview begins. They ask you, what's the difference between crashing and fast tracking? How do you control scope in a complex project? How do you handle change requests that impact the critical path? And suddenly, the mindset isn't enough anymore because mindset doesn't teach you how to calculate float. Mindset doesn't show you how to manage procurement risks. Mindset doesn't explain when to escalate an issue or how to track earned value. At that moment, the truth hits you. You passed the exam, you are a PMP, but you are not ready to manage real projects. And the people across the table, they can see that. That's when the certificate becomes just a piece of paper. And this isn't just about job interviews. Even if you already work in a company, if you don't really understand project management, you can't lead. You can't take ownership. You can't grow. Let me tell you a story I've been seeing play out more than once. There is someone on the team. Let's call him Ali. Ali studied just enough to pass the PMP exam. He focused on learning the mindset and didn't dive too deep into the processes or technical details. When he took the exam, he got lucky. Most of the questions aligned with the mindset approach. He managed to answer them correctly and became one of the 20% who passed that way. So yes, he got the certificate. Ali is now a PMP. People at the office noticed. Managers congratulated him. He felt like this was the moment things would finally change. He even updated his LinkedIn. PMP Certified Project Manager. For the first time in a while, he felt seen. Then, a few weeks later, a senior PM left and a new project needed a leader. Ali thought, that's it. This is the moment I've been waiting for. He imagined being introduced as the new project lead, running meetings, making decisions, finally being the one in charge. He told his family. He started checking apartments closer to the office. He even began searching leadership podcasts. But then, they gave the project to someone else. And just like that, everything fell silent. No announcement, no explanation, just a quiet decision made in a closed door meeting. Ali sat at his desk, trying to act like it didn't matter, but inside, he was crushed. He had the certificate, but they didn't choose him. Why? I will tell you why. Because when it came to real planning, real risks, real change, Ali couldn't answer the tough questions. He had the title, but not the confidence, not the clarity, and people around him could feel that. He was the PMP in the room, but no one saw him as the project manager. That's what happens when you pass the exam but don't learn the work, because you missed the real goal. The goal wasn't just to pass, it was to become a better project manager. So, what's the smarter way to prepare? The answer is simple. Don't study just to pass, study to understand. Yes, the mindset is important. I've been teaching these principles in my course since 2017. It helps you think like a project manager. It helps you make ethical decisions, communicate better, and focus on value. But it's not the full picture. You also need to know things like how the processes actually work, what each document is for, when to use crashing versus fast tracking, how to manage risks, issues, and changes, not just in theory, but step by step. And here's the good news. You don't need to memorize everything. You just need to understand how the pieces fit together. Project management is not about memorizing things. It's about understanding why we do what we do, when we do it, and how it all connects. And once you see the logic, once the puzzle pieces start coming together, you stop guessing and you start knowing. That's when your confidence grows. That's when you stop fearing the exam and start controlling it. And more importantly, that's when you are not just PMP certified. You are actually ready to lead projects in the real world. So, if you are just beginning your PMP journey, don't aim for the fastest shortcut, because the shortcut is actually the long way. Take the time to learn it right, not just for the exam, but for your career, your team, and your future. Passing the exam is not the end goal. Getting this certificate is just a step. The real goal is to become the project manager that people trust. Someone who doesn't panic under pressure. Someone who understands the plan, the risks, the change. Someone who knows what to do, not just in theory, but in real life. You don't get there by memorizing a few buzzwords. You get there by learning how project management actually works. If you want to build a real career in this field, you have to go deeper than just mindset. You need to know the processes, the logic, the flow, the what ifs. Because when the project goes off track, and it will, your team won't care if you pass the exam. They will care if you know what to do. And here's the good news. You don't have to figure this all out alone. In my PMP Exam Prep course, I teach everything you need, not just to pass, but to actually understand project management. The mindset, yes, but also the steps, the tools, and the real-life thinking behind it all. Thousands of students have passed the exam with this course, but more importantly, many of them became better project managers, the kind who lead with confidence and clarity. So, if you are ready to take the exam seriously, and more importantly, take your career seriously, then let's get started. Because passing the exam is just the beginning. The real journey starts after you become a PMP.